It's all been a lie. 99% of the vapes that you've hit in the last 3 years are basically recycled weed garbage sold to you as premium distillate. The crazy part, they've been lying to your face about it, and I'm gonna tell you exactly how they make this stuff, why they're selling it to you for $60 carts, and how you can never get scammed again. Stick around to the end of the video, we're gonna expose some things. If you've ever bought a distillate cart, a syringe, or anything that's like labeled as clear honey, this is the most important video that you will watch this year. I've worked just about every single position, job in the cannabis industry. I'm here to tell you guys just the cold, hard facts, the honest truth about what distillate is. I've done a couple videos on it. Sometimes you guys hear about crude oil. You hear about a little bit of the process. We're going deep into it today. We're gonna show you every step and just expose all the lies. Drop a like right now if you're tired of being lied to, if you're tired of being overcharged for distillate carts. It should not cost as much as they are in these dispensaries. Just look at the pricing on these things. It's absurd. It's absolutely insane. It's a ripoff. They've told you that distillate is pure THC, the cleanest form of cannabis. That's what they say. They said it's the golden, it's a crystal clear oil. This is the Rolls Royce. This is what we were sold back in the day. All right. The reality is it's worse than BHO. All right. This is the leftovers, and not even good Thanksgiving leftovers. This is just like leftovers that you just don't want. All right. They're gross. No seasoning on it. It's just disgusting. Distillate is essentially the McDonald's used fry oil of cannabis, all right? It is the bottom of the barrel. You don't really want this, and I'm gonna break it down, man. I'm gonna have to break it down. All right, so we're getting right into it, guys. Here is the step-by-step magic trick that they do not want you to know. First step, they're taking biomass. This is the worst of the worst trim, the worst of the bottom of the barrel. They're using fan leaves. They're using absolute garbage, okay? Stuff that should be thrown away or made into maybe some topical products. Definitely shouldn't be made into stuff that you're going to consume. It's gross, all right? It's absolutely gross. Step two, they're going to extract it as cheaply as possible. This is very important for them. They're going to use solvents like ethanol. They might use a butane mix and stuff, but they're getting everything. It's literally, they're taking these fan leaves and this nasty trim, extracting it into this black goop that you see on the screen right now. It's awful. Would you want to smoke that? Would you want to put that in your body? Because that's what you're doing when you're hitting these distillate carts, when you're ripping a blinker of the distillate cart. Look what you're doing. Now they're taking the leftover soaked weed, they extract it again and again. They're literally taking everything out of this biomass. They beat this stuff to the death. Okay, they want every tiny bit of cannabinoid out of it. Why? Because those are pennies, those are dollars right there sitting on the floor. They got to extract it out. They need to put it in the carts. So now they got this crude oil, this sludge, and it's tested, maybe 40, 50, 60%, maybe it's at 70%. But they've got to get the gross stuff out of it. They can't sell it to you as black sludge. You wouldn't want to buy black sludge, will you? So they've got to distill it. This is where the word distilled or distillate comes from, This is now they're going to use what is called a short path distillation rig. They heat it up to 200 degrees Celsius and they strip out all of it. They're basically just burning it all off, man. It's crazy. All right, look at this machine, man. We're in a laboratory right now. And they're taking this crude oil. They're burning off a lot of the impurities. The reality is they are taking out a lot of gunk and crap, but when you start with shit, you're ending with shit. All right, it's good in, good out. If you're putting bad in, I don't care what you're doing to it. It's coming out. It's still gross. Okay, it's still absolutely disgusting. Okay, gross. So they've got their crude oil. They put it in the short path distillation rig. They've heated it up. They've stripped the color. They've stripped the terpenes from it because terpenes just cannot survive there. All right, what is left? It's raw, colorless, flavorless, 90 to 98% THC that tastes like fucking shit. All right, plastic terps, burnt, just gross. Ugh. So they got to do something. What are they gonna do? Well, they might run it through the distillate machine again. They might try to clean it up as much as possible, right? Try to get it smelling like nothing. That's the goal, right? With the distillate, they don't want it to have a smell. They want it to just be a blank canvas, all right? Why? Because then they come and add different flavors and terpenes. So when you see sour diesel or OG or Blue Dream or Runt or whatever it is on these distillate carts, the likelihood of it actually being terpene derived from cannabis is extremely low, okay? They're using synthetic terpenes, they're using just terpenes from other plants and making blends of all kinds of crap, all right? You've seen them. You've seen these distillate flavors everywhere. Tons of crap. So, again, they're adding back in now botanical terps, not cannabis terps. Sometimes they're cannabis terps, sometimes they're food grade. Who knows what they're adding to it? They're a little sketchy, okay? You're smoking lab-made chemicals that are supposed to be flavored and mimicking natural cannabis terpenes. Is that something we want to be doing? Probably not, okay? Probably not. Now, check this out. The insane profit margins on distillate, I'm going to leak it. I'm going to say it. People are going to get pissed. I don't care, okay? It's insane. It's insane, this distillate shit, dude. It's absolutely nuts. When distillate first came out, the clear concentrate, I remember getting grams at $100, $120 I was seeing it at. No one had any clue what it was. It was like the heaven sent brand new oil. Oh my God, look at it. Oh my God. Oh my God. Crazy. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it right now. So again, you already know what it's starting from. I talked about this stuff. I talked about it, right? They're using the bottom of the barrel families and stuff. So that can't cost too much money, right? It can't. It just can't. So the cost to make, 1 gram of this recycled distillate, it can get, $1. $1 a gram it can cost. What are you guys paying for a gram of distillate carts? You've seen a lot of them. You've seen half-gram carts, I'm sure, for super expensive, $30, $40. Distillate carts. It's one thing when it's live hash rosin. I'm down $60. I'm down $50. But when it's distillate and it's the same price, or it's even if it's half the price, the gram, no, I can't pay $30 for the gram of it. 60? Ah, do the math on it, man. These guys are making a bag on it. They could see upwards of 2,000% profit margins on some of these cards. So you don't want to be smoking the dollar distillate, do you? Packaged into a cart. You got to do the math real quick. You got to think for yourself, okay? You got to think about your health, one. And you got to just think about the reality of it. Now, there is a place for this distillate stuff. And like I said, these products, I don't want to waste any cannabinoids. I think they should be making topical products. I think this could help with like arthritis and things like that. There's still THC there, right? There's still cannabinoids there that can be used. But I don't think garbage like this and crude oil should be consumed, smoked and orally eaten. It's where we're crossing a little bit of a weird line right there. So it's tough. If you didn't know about distillate and you weren't really sure what it was and you thought it was just, another cart or an affordable option, I'm sorry to burst the bubble, but I'm glad that I can inform you and let you know just a little bit more information about what is going into the products that you're consuming. Here over at Pine Park, we're gonna try to always put out the best quality products. That's why we don't do a distillate line. We only do the live hash rosin line. Again, the highest quality. You put good in, you get good out. You put bad in with the crude oil, you get a distillate cart. Please don't. If you're gonna buy a distillate cart, just go into it with the knowledge at least that you know what you're consuming, you know what you're buying, and that you're getting the proper value for it. Don't overpay for something that costs $1 to make. All right. There's a lot of pretty packaging. There's a lot of marketing going on there. The industry it's an interesting place. It's an interesting place, man. You gotta be aware of the marketing tactics. You gotta seek knowledge if you want to be a connoisseur in this space. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like on it, leave a comment. We're gonna get back into some more informative videos, man. I love doing these. I hope educating you guys provides a little bit of value. And if it did, drop a comment, let me know what you learned, man. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.